Good evening, brothers and sisters. My name is Tyrone Housey. I'm president of UFCW Local 1459. Today is Friday, January 25th. It's about 5:15 p.m. This is for all Stop and Shop workers. This is an update regarding Stop and Shop negotiations. Bargaining has concluded a few hours ago, so I am broadcasting to you from my home. I did not go back to the office. It's too late. But I did want to take the time to share some information with you regarding Stop and Shop negotiations. So we have made some progress at the bargaining table. I'll start off with that. We had made some small progress, and we'll share the details of that information with you at a later date. Now, one of the things that we talked about that the company wanted to share with us was the state of the company, if you will. They gave us a 45-minute slide presentation on how the company was doing. Now, what this slide presentation talked about was basically the lack of items that they're selling, which leads to to smaller growth. They are saying that we are seeing smaller growth in our stores. We're seeing more competition, such as Aldi's, such as Lidl. We're having a tough time competing. So therefore, it segued into why they need to have reductions in labor costs. And one of the issues that they talked about, obviously, was health and welfare. Health and welfare, which is a Taft-Hartley run plan, very well run plan, I might say. But what they did was compare your costs, your co-insurance, your weekly, your costs, your premiums, your deductibles. They said all this was low in comparison to non-union employees, which is very funny because they didn't do a comparison between what they pay for insurance versus what other employers pay. Now, their insurance has not gone up in almost 15 years. Their rates have not gone up in almost 15 years. Meanwhile, our members' rates have gone up. So that's problematic. So we found that report a little dishonest. Then they talked about pension costs. They're the only union employer that pays pension costs. They did have other employer comparisons to what they're paying as far as 401k costs. Now, a lot of those employers do have matching 401k contributions. Stop and Shop does not. Some of these other companies had cost-sharing plans, meaning if they make money, you make money. Stop and Shop doesn't have that. So basically what we saw was a 45-minute presentation of why the company is not doing so great. Yet the bottom line, when we asked them, is the company profitable? Is it making money? The answer is yes. So we can expect perhaps in the coming weeks that we're going to get a wage proposal that is going to have a lot of takeaways. They're setting up for why you should help this company out and why it needs to grow and succeed. So there's going to be a whole battle there. Now, I want to get to some quick outstanding issues still on the table for us. The full-time hour lunch break, which is mentioned in the contract. We try to get language that would reduce that lunch period down to 30 minutes, mutually agreeable. The company is against that. As a matter of fact, they're in some of our stores, they are demanding that employees work an hour lunch period to cover the store schedule so that you're there longer for 9 hours as opposed to 8.5 hours. We're opposed to that. We're trying to have some language that meets us halfway, which gives you that half-hour lunch period fairly. Pharmacy techs and reimbursement for exams, we're trying to memorialize that and put that in writing. The company says they do that already, however, they don't want to memorialize that. Why not? It's crazy. I don't know why we're having such a problem with that. It should be very easy to be agreeable to. Grievance and arbitration, the company is insisting that they want to add language to the contract that says that no employee can bring a grievance forward past 14 days. Right now, there is no limit. The problem about that is that they don't want to meet us on the other end of that, which we have a proposal that talks about getting rid of 12-month write-ups during arbitration proceedings. We think that's fair. A lot of employers do that. Anything 12 months or older, you're not able to use in arbitration proceedings. They're not agreeable to that. So we're stuck on quite a few issues, and bargaining unit work, that still is a problem. The company basically says we're going to keep doing what we're going to do. They're cutting meat, they're hanging tags, they're ringing registers. We are infuriated with this. Despite our grievances and our asks, the company does not want to do nothing about this issue. So this is a major issue for us, and we're not giving up the fight, folks. That is basically my report. Next week we have 3 days scheduled for negotiations. I'll be coming to you forward with more information. Until then, thank you for listening to the video, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye.